Hello guys, you are welcome to Dr. Mo's blog where we discuss health and everything about health. Today we're going to be discussing an important phytonutrient which you need to make part of your menu. This phytonutrient is found in a wide variety of plants and it is called Apigenin. Now Apigenin is a flavonoid. That is one of the phenolic compounds, one of the many phenolic compounds that are produced by plants. Now, the phenolic compound, Apigenin, is produced more when the cell is under stress or when it is under threat of infection by viruses, fungi, and bacteria. So, Apigenin is more or less a defensive molecule that is produced by plants to help it fend off foreign invaders. Now, what does Apigenin, what does it do when it is ingested? The first thing that we know about Apigenin is that it is a CD38 inhibitor. Now, what is CD38? CD38 is a protein that is displayed on the surface of cells, particularly immune cells. And this CD38 mediates or encourages inflammation. Now, the older you get, the more CD38 you are likely to express on the surface of these cells. Now, when this CD38 is overexpressed, it tends to cause useless and runaway inflammation and may be responsible for many of the chronic diseases, inflammatory diseases that we see in old age, like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and all other forms of arthritis. It has also been implicated, inflammation has also been implicated in the aging process because it's found out that inflammation causes cells to age, and therefore a term called inflammaging has been coined to express this fact. Another reason why overexpression of CD38 causes problems and aging is that CD38 likes to consume NAD very voraciously. Now, NAD is the energy currency of the body, and scientists have noted that it tends to get depleted with age. And one of the reasons why it gets depleted with age is that CD38 consumes this NAD voraciously, therefore diminishing the stores of NAD within the body. Now, NAD is the energy currency of the body. It is what gives you energy for daily activities, and it is also what gives energy to most of the important biochemical reactions in the body, like tissue repair, DNA repair, and so many reactions. So when your levels of NAD gets depleted, you are likely to suffer those consequences. But when you take Apigenin will inhibit CD38 and abolish most of these deleterious effects. Another importance of Apigenin is that it's an antioxidant and protects the cells against oxidative stress. Apigenin protects the liver and the kidney against toxins. So if you're exposed to toxins, fungal toxins, and other forms of poisoning, Apigenin may be able to protect the liver and the kidney, particularly toxins like aflatoxins, which are known to be involved in the causation of primary liver cell cancer, which is very rampant in our communities. Apigenin also helps to preserve neuroplasticity and prevents the deposition of amyloid plaques within the brain, and thereby the person remains neuroplastic for longer periods. Apigenin also prevents cancer growth. Now, usually precancerous cells normally should die, okay? And senescent cells should die. But for some strange reasons, they might hang around and start creating problems, producing harmful substances that affect neighboring cells. So when you have adequate apigenin in your diet, it forces these precancerous cells and senescent cells to die, to commit suicide. This process is scientifically called apoptosis. So apigenin encourages cells to undergo apoptosis. Apigenin increases the sensitivity of cancer cells to chemotherapy. So, God forbid, if you have already developed cancer and you are taking enough apigenin with your chemotherapy drugs, apigenin is thought to help decrease the dose of chemotherapy that you will need, and thereby preventing toxic reactions and prevents the cancer cells from developing resistance. So you can see that apigenin is a very important phytonutrient, and it is available in many of the vegetables that we eat. So a high vegetable diet will provide you with good levels of apigenin. The vegetables that are known to contain high levels of apigenin are parsley, celery, cabbage. Yes, so those ones contain high levels of apigenin. Now, it is said that 1 teaspoon scoop of dry parsley eaten every day provides you with enough apigenin to give you this protective effect. Now, parsley is very commonly available amongst people who sell spices. If you call a Hausa man who sells spices and ask him for parsley, he'll be able to provide you with dry parsley. On the other hand, you can go to any supermarket and buy 100-gram sachets of parsley. I usually order mine from Abuja. It costs about 600. That's less than the cost of a bottle of beer. And you can use this amount of parsley for about 1 to 2 weeks. Now, in Nigeria, the Yoruba call parsley efirin. That's what my research has told me. So you can ask for that. I suspect that people also farm parsley in Nigeria. If you do not have access to parsley or some of these cruciferous vegetables that I've mentioned, all hope is not lost. The father of all phytonutrients, or should I say the mother of all phytonutrients, which are the leaf sheets of sorghum bicolor plant, you can get it. It contains plenty of apigenin and other phytonutrients. Now, this sodium bicolor leaves is usually ground into powder and used as a dye for people that weave baskets in northern Nigeria. But in places like Ghana and Benin Republic, sorghum bicolor leaves are granulated into powder and used as food coloring. And in those places, it's called wache. So when you go to Benin Republic or Ghana or Togo, you might be hearing of wache rice, wache beans. This is food that is cooked, and sorghum bicolor plants are used as a colorant. Now, if you introduce apigenin into your diet, you will not regret it. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like to help my algorithms. Press the the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel. Bless you.